64% of Americans fear running out of money in retirement more than they fear death. And looking at this balance, I understand why.
64% of Americans fear running out of money in retirement more than they fear death. And as strange as that sounds, they may be right. Death is certain, but we never know exactly when it will come. Running out of money, however, can happen while you're still alive, and that's the real nightmare. What about you? Do you worry that you might outlive your savings? Comment yes or no below. I'd love to know. Longevity risk is one of the biggest financial challenges in modern retirement planning. Many people reaching age 65 assume their savings will be enough to cover the rest of their lives. But statistics show that nearly half of retirees at this age risk depleting their funds if they are not careful. The real issue is not only how much money someone has at the start of retirement, but also how long they will actually live afterward. Life expectancy today is much longer than it used to be. Current data indicates that a 65-year-old man can expect to live to about 87, while a woman of the same age can expect to live to around 89. These are averages, which means a large portion of people will live even longer. For couples, there is roughly a 50% chance that at least one partner will live past 90. This creates the reality that many families need to prepare financially for retirements lasting 25 years or more. Planning only for a short retirement of 15 or 20 years may leave people financially exposed if they live far longer than expected. Unlike other risks that can be insured against, longevity risk is unavoidable. Advances in medicine, improvements in diet, and better living conditions continue to push life expectancy higher. Living longer can indeed be a blessing, offering more years with loved ones and more time to enjoy life. But without a well-structured plan and sufficient resources, it can also become a serious financial burden. Understanding longevity risk is therefore essential. It is not simply a theoretical idea, but a real challenge that millions of retirees face. Preparing for it early, adjusting saving strategies, and ensuring that investments are designed to last for decades rather than just a few years can make the difference between a retirement filled with worry and one lived with confidence. One of the most common but least anticipated risks in retirement planning is the possibility of being forced to retire earlier than expected. Many workers plan their finances around a target age, such as 65 or 67, assuming they will be able to work until then. In reality, about 60% of people leave the workforce sooner, often around 5 years earlier than they had intended. The main reasons are declining health, the need to care for family members, or corporate downsizing. This early exit robs them of crucial years they expected to use to boost savings, allow investments more time to grow, or pay down debts. Instead of building wealth, they are suddenly faced with the need to start drawing down their retirement accounts before they are financially ready. When this scenario is combined with today's longer life expectancy, the challenge becomes even greater, as retirement can easily stretch 30, 35, or even 40 years. A period this long requires a strong financial foundation to sustain both the high-spending early years and the more expensive later years when healthcare costs rise sharply. Unplanned early retirement is not just a career disruption, but a shock to the entire financial strategy. Without adequate preparation, savings can be depleted far faster than expected, creating long-term insecurity and stress. The key is to recognize this risk in advance, save with a safety margin, and diversify income sources so that unexpected changes do not derail the plan. If you found this information helpful, make sure to hit like so more people can learn how to better prepare for retirement. The 5-year rule is a simple yet powerful strategy that helps people prepare more effectively for retirement and handle unexpected changes with confidence. The central idea is to choose your desired retirement age, for example, 67. But when building your financial plan, you act as if you will retire 5 years earlier, in this case at 62. This approach means saving more aggressively and investing with discipline throughout your working years so that you have a solid financial base even if life forces you to leave the workforce earlier than expected due to health issues, family responsibilities, or job loss. If you do end up retiring at 62, the money you have accumulated ensures that you can enter retirement without immediate financial stress. On the other hand, if you are able to continue working until your planned age of 67, the extra years of savings and growth turn into a safety cushion, giving you greater comfort, flexibility, and peace of mind. What makes this rule so valuable is not only the financial security it builds, but also the options it creates. By preparing for an earlier exit, you remove the fear of being unprepared, and if you do reach your full target retirement age, you will enjoy the bonus of extra funds to enhance your lifestyle. The 5-year rule is not about predicting exactly when you will retire, but about buying yourself flexibility. Instead of being caught off guard by events you cannot control, you have already planned for them. This mindset shifts retirement planning from a rigid guess about the future into a strategy that covers multiple outcomes. Ultimately, it provides both protection and opportunity, ensuring that whenever you stop working, you can step into retirement with confidence and security. For decades, the 4% rule has been treated as a common standard for withdrawing money from a retirement portfolio. The idea was simple: withdraw 4% of your portfolio in the first year of retirement, then adjust the withdrawal each year for inflation to maintain your lifestyle. Today, however, many experts argue that this guideline is no longer fully reliable in a world where lifespans are longer, interest rates are lower, and market conditions are more uncertain. Recent research, including analysis from Morningstar, suggests being more conservative and lowering the withdrawal rate to around 3.3 to 3.7%, especially for those who may face a retirement lasting 40 years or more. At the same time, real-world spending patterns show that retirees do not spend in a straight line at a fixed high level. In the early years of retirement, expenses often rise as people travel, renovate homes, or provide support for children and grandchildren. As retirement progresses into the slower years, everyday spending and leisure costs usually decline. While healthcare costs may rise toward the end of life, the overall pattern is still one of gradually decreasing expenses over time. This spending curve means that the actual amount of capital needed to sustain retirement may be lower than what the traditional 4% model assumes. By recognizing and planning for this decline in spending, retirees can adopt more flexible and accurate withdrawal strategies, avoiding the need to overaccumulate while still protecting themselves from financial shortfalls. Subscribe now so you don't miss more financial strategies that will help your money last a lifetime. To make sure retirement savings last for life, it is essential to apply proactive strategies, often referred to as power plays. The first step is diversifying income streams. Instead of relying solely on Social Security or portfolio withdrawals, consider adding guaranteed income products like annuities, or explore part-time work, consulting, or gig opportunities that not only provide extra income, but also help maintain an active lifestyle. Another critical move is optimizing Social Security. Every year you delay beyond full retirement age adds roughly 8% to your benefit, with a maximum reached at age 70. This not only boosts your own financial security, but also increases survivor benefits for a spouse, providing additional protection for loved ones. The third strategy is shifting the mission of your investment portfolio. While growth may be the priority during working years, in retirement the focus should move toward preserving capital and generating steady cash flow. Dividend-paying stocks, bonds, and inflation-protected securities can provide stability and reliability. Planning should also take into account the 3 phases of retirement: the go-go years, when spending is high due to travel, hobbies, and active living; the slow-go years, when activity levels and expenses decline; and the no-go years, when healthcare and long-term care costs tend to rise sharply. Anticipating these stages makes it easier to allocate resources wisely. Finally, it is vital not to overlook long-term care. The average cost of a private nursing home already exceeds $110,000 per year and continues to climb. Addressing this risk can involve purchasing long-term care insurance, exploring hybrid policies, adding riders to life insurance, or setting aside a dedicated fund. Taken together, these power plays build resilience into a retirement plan, giving you more control, flexibility, and peace of mind as you navigate the financial challenges of a longer life. A complete blueprint for protecting your finances throughout retirement goes far beyond simply saving and investing. It must be maintained, updated, and expanded over time. The first priority is conducting annual financial reviews. A retirement plan created in the first year quickly becomes outdated if it is not adjusted for changes in the market, inflation, personal spending needs, or health conditions. Each year, you should review your entire portfolio, rebalance risk levels, compare results with your original goals, and make the necessary adjustments to stay on track. The second component is legacy planning, which plays a vital role in a comprehensive blueprint. Legacy is not only the money you leave behind, but also how you safeguard your assets, minimize taxes, and ensure a smooth transfer to the next generation. Tools such as wills, trusts, gifting strategies, and tax-efficient plans should be carefully put in place to avoid disputes and to guarantee that the wealth you have built over a lifetime is preserved and distributed according to your wishes. Equally important is maintaining the right mindset about longevity risk. Living longer can be seen as a financial threat, but with proper preparation, it can become an opportunity to enjoy more meaningful years with loved ones. Instead of fearing it, you should accept longer life expectancy as an inevitable reality and prepare yourself mentally and financially to embrace it. A solid financial blueprint is not a one-time document. It is a continuous process requiring updates, flexibility, and a balanced perspective that combines realism with optimism. This ongoing approach allows you to navigate uncertainty with confidence and turn longevity into a blessing rather than a burden. Tax management in retirement is a crucial part of any comprehensive financial blueprint because the way you withdraw money from different accounts directly affects how much tax you pay and how much you actually keep to spend. People who hold multiple retirement accounts such as a 401 Kelvins, a traditional IRA, or a Roth IRA need to understand the differences in how each one is taxed. Withdrawals from a 401 Kelvins or traditional IRA are generally treated as taxable income, while qualified withdrawals from a Roth IRA are tax-free. Building a withdrawal strategy that takes these differences into account can significantly reduce the overall tax burden across the retirement years. One common approach is to draw down from taxable or tax-deferred accounts earlier, while allowing Roth IRA funds to continue compounding tax-free for later years. It is also important to carefully consider the timing of Social Security benefits. Each year you delay after full retirement age not only increases your monthly benefit, but can also affect the total taxable income you report. If withdrawals in Social Security are combined poorly, you could be pushed into a higher tax bracket or end up paying additional tax on Social Security benefits. On the other hand, when coordinated strategically, these moves can maximize income while minimizing taxes. Tax management in retirement is not simply about paying the least in a single year, but about creating a long-term strategy that preserves the longevity of your portfolio. Thinking about taxes as part of a broader blueprint ensures that you hold on to more of the wealth you have spent a lifetime building and that your money stretches further to support you throughout your retirement years. Building an emergency fund dedicated specifically to retirement is an essential safeguard even if you already have a strong investment portfolio. Retirement brings unique uncertainties and unexpected expenses, and relying solely on long-term investments can put you in a vulnerable position when sudden needs arise. An emergency fund held in cash or highly liquid assets provides immediate access to money without the need to sell investments at an unfavorable time. This reserve can cover urgent situations such as home repairs, major medical bills, or sudden family support, as well as protect you during periods of market downturns when selling assets would mean locking in losses. By maintaining a separate pool of liquid savings, you create a financial cushion that gives you flexibility and stability, ensuring that your carefully planned retirement investments can continue to grow without unnecessary interruptions. The size of this emergency fund will vary depending on your lifestyle, health, and overall financial situation, but many experts recommend holding enough to cover at least 6 months to a year of essential expenses. This buffer not only provides practical security, but also emotional peace of mind, reducing stress when the unexpected occurs. Without such a fund, retirees may be forced to withdraw from retirement accounts during unfavorable market conditions, which can accelerate portfolio depletion and jeopardize long-term financial sustainability. An emergency fund is therefore not a luxury, but a critical component of a retirement blueprint, complementing investments and income streams by ensuring that day-to-day stability is never compromised by short-term shocks. A true retirement blueprint is not only about financial numbers, but also about the lifestyle and health you want to maintain during your later years. Planning should include a clear vision of where you want to live, whether it is staying in your current home, downsizing to a smaller residence, or moving to a community that offers better support and amenities for retirees. The cost of healthcare is another critical factor, since medical needs typically increase with age and can significantly impact your budget if not accounted for in advance. Beyond medical costs, the blueprint should also reflect the way you wish to spend your time, including hobbies, travel, and recreational activities that bring joy and fulfillment. These choices influence not only your financial plan, but also your sense of purpose and happiness in retirement. Maintaining regular physical activity, adopting a balanced diet, and prioritizing mental well-being are equally important as they contribute to reducing long-term health costs and improving quality of life. A plan that ignores these elements may succeed on paper financially, but fail to deliver a satisfying daily experience. Building in resources for fitness, wellness programs, and social engagement can make retirement years more vibrant and meaningful. Emotional outlook also plays a role, as a positive mindset has been shown to correlate with better health outcomes and longer life expectancy. By integrating lifestyle preferences and health considerations into the financial framework, you create a holistic blueprint that balances money with meaning. This approach ensures that retirement is not just a period of survival, but a stage of life marked by vitality, security, and personal fulfillment, aligning financial preparation with the deeper goal of living well for many years. The fear of running out of money in retirement is real, but it is not something that cannot be controlled. With the right preparation, what seems like a threat can be transformed into an opportunity. The 5-year rule gives you flexibility by helping you prepare for the possibility of retiring earlier than planned, while rewarding you with extra security if you work longer. A flexible withdrawal strategy that adjusts to your actual spending patterns rather than relying solely on outdated rules ensures that your portfolio can last for decades. Optimizing Social Security by delaying benefits when possible allows you to build a stronger income floor and protect your spouse with higher survivor benefits. Preparing for rising medical and long-term care costs ensures that the later years of retirement will not wipe out the wealth you worked so hard to build. Together, these steps create a powerful framework that turns longevity into a blessing rather than a burden. Retirement should not be defined by fear or limitation, but by confidence and freedom. When you combine thoughtful strategies with consistent reviews and a proactive mindset, you can enjoy your retirement years with peace of mind, knowing that your financial plan is strong enough to support the life you want. Longevity risk becomes less of a threat and more of a gift, granting you more time to spend with loved ones and more opportunities to live with meaning. If you know someone who is worried about running out of money in retirement, please share this video with them. It may be the most valuable gift you can give them today. If you know someone who is worried about running out of money in retirement, please share this video with them. It could be the most valuable gift you give today.